Azir versus Orianna. Yeah, I mean, it's still a fine matchup for Azir. If you look at the game in a vacuum, just off draft, I think PSG has outdrafted RNG once again. I mean, obviously, it just depends on the use of Black Shield and things like that. Matchup is decent for the Lee Sin top side, but Azir is good into Orianna, and then I think Braum is like fairly useless in this game. Braum into Azir has normally been pretty bad, so it's just a lane pick only. So yeah, I mean, I think that once again RNG has outdrafted themselves. Also, like, you have to consider this is also RNG's draft for RNG. Like, RNG is not the type of team that plays lanes like Braum Trist well, historically. They're the type of team that relies on heavy engaged supports. So now they're having to play a style that's different for them. And I just feel like they're just so much better with aggressive tools. Like, here, their only ways to really start a fight are what? Like, Lee Sin kick, a Morgana binding landing, and, like, people walking through a choke and getting hit by a shockwave. That's pretty much the only way that they can start a fight. And that's just not what RNG is good at. I mean, RNG is really not doing anything that aggressive early game. I don't think they necessarily have to. Like, I think they scale pretty well. I honestly think that, like, Lisa, it's weird, man. Like, because... Oh, Crying's dead. Oh, okay. He got both of their flashes. But I think that the thing that's weird is, like, even though RNG scales fine and, like, Lee Sin is like a champion that theoretically should be strong early, Lee Sin actually scales pretty fucking well as a champion now, as a top laner. I think Ming's gonna just go for it. Okay, Ming actually landed that. That's clutch that he landed it, honestly. Like, if Ming doesn't land that Q, then I'm not sure if he dies. Maybe he dies, but Gala has to, like, hard overforce. I wonder if Gala could have flashed out of the turret instead of jumping to, yeah, do it quicker and not take as much damage. If he had heal, he obviously just lives, but I think overall that's fine for RNG. Getting out both Kai'Sa sums while also keeping all your sums besides for Braum Flash, I think is good. Well, that was actually nice synergy, though. Like, maybe it's unnecessary for Xiao to kick flash him into the wall there, but I think it's like, it's nice to watch. It's good synergy that they, like, agreed. It's like, okay, I'm gonna kick him into the wall. Okay, I'll bind him when he's CC'd against the wall. Like, I respect it, to say the least. Oh! God damn. Yeah, this is a huge map win for RNG. This is massive. Not only did they get 2 TPs, I think Crying actually got stopped on his TP, but they get an extra TP there. They only go out even in kills, but overall, like, they're just getting more done on the map. And the people that they're killing are more impact kills. Like, obviously, you'd rather have a kill on a Tristana than on a Braum. That's bad from Wei, though. Giving the double buffs to Kai'Sa kind of, like, defeats the purpose here. I think Gala can really carry this game, to be honest, though. He has to play well around the Nard, but he does have, like, cleanse, and he should have a Black Shield for later. Timing just gets kicked in one shot. I mean, somehow RNG have just hard out rotated here. Like, this doesn't make sense for Maple to just be topside. He's essentially just trading top turret for mid turret, which isn't a good trade. I mean, they're getting extra waves on side, but this isn't viable when the enemy team can legitimately, like, push down your throat mid. Wow, well played from Gala there. That guy's a monster. Gala, like, I just wonder how big Gala's cock is. Like, anyone else just wonder how huge it is. I mean, the thing is, man, RNG plays so well with a lead on their AD carry. They're just like the typical Chinese team where they value AD carry being ahead is like the #1 thing in the game. Whereas I feel like a lot of other regions don't play like that. And a lot of teams even within LPL don't play like that. Like FPX don't play like that. FPX aren't the type of team where they're like funneling resources into like the AD carry and they're trying to get their AD carry to a state where he can like 1v9 the fight. Like if you look at how FPX plays, they're mainly just like about like map movements, like trying to get like if anything like Nuggery ahead. Like LWX functions as like a role player within that team where his job is to like kind of like make people aggro him in fights. Well, you can't play like this with everyone, you know? Dude, look at that Black Shield though. Like, okay, man, Gala, we get it. Wow, that's really unlucky, man. It took him longer to die, so it actually is pretty unlucky here. Also, like Ming was somehow not in this play at all. I don't think that this is a good fight at all from Xiaohu. This looks really troll to me. Oh, oh my God, the fucking combo though. They don't have damage, do they? Maybe they do have damage. I can't believe RNG continued to try to fight that. Like, after Gala died, I'm pretty sure they should just dip. But they like, actually tried to fight it still. It's not worth losing the game over at all. Maple has no ulti. Jahu's gonna have his W up soon. Oh, okay. Pretty good. I don't think it will actually matter that Jahu died, realistically, though. Because, like, now, so the huge advantage that PSG had was that they had double TP advantage from, like, the river fight earlier. But in this situation, they don't have TP advantage anymore. So, oh, they're looking for Maple here. Oh, my God, Jahu, what the f... Does he get his Gore Trigger off? Oh my god, Jahu's literally just griefing. What the f was that? Wait, they don't trade, right? Holy sh... They almost traded kills there. Gall over the wall almost traded kills. What the f did Jahu just do?
Now Baron's under fire. Ming walking up. Jahu a bit far away. The question is, where does the jungler show up? Wei shows in. Ming in the front line.
I mean, Gall is not here, which is why they're doing this. Oh, he actually wasn't able to kick him out early enough. Hanabi's dead, 100%, right? Hanabi's dead and Kaiwing's dead. Honestly, I don't think this trade is that good for PSG. I mean, they do get Baron off of it, but they give kills, and then, like, because they gave kills like this, I don't think they'll be able to do anything with Baron, and then they lost their, like, soul advantage, and it was kind of a flip.
Keep the ball there. It's never going to be easy. Maple wants to jump in, but it's way too late. They just cannot fight through this one. And PSG, 2 times
RNG's getting positioning here, taking space. Jahu knows he's seen here. He's just trying to zone them off. He wants to make them walk long way. So RNG's going to get this turret for free off this rotation, and then they're also going to get probably red side vision. And with that red side vision, they can then leverage Baron, which is coming up in a minute. It's like so smooth, this rotation. Actually, he has no more wards, so Ming has no more wards, so he only puts 1 ward in the jungle. He can't get complete vision. But, like, overall, that was, like, pretty smooth. They used the fact that they were on mid-wave first to get better position on the dragon. Then they leveraged their dragon position to make it difficult to walk through the chokes for PSG. And, yeah, like, Doggo simply just never walked through the choke because he was afraid of getting engaged on there. And then they just rotate mid, get a tier 2 as well. So, pretty smooth rotation from RNG. RNG Baron. They just get the TP out instantly. Oh, and then Gala just ults him away and guarantees the Baron. I mean, their Barons are just the cleanest in the tournament. I think that that's like the best part about RNG at this event. Wait, Doggo? There's no way that's actually allowed, right? I mean, I guess. I mean, they just play their Barons well. They just utilize their tools on Barons. Like, they'll start Baron in front of you. They always have some... They are quick to identify who needs to zone the enemy jungler and, like, what they want to do if the enemy comes in. I feel like their decisions on Baron are just the reason why they are my favorites to win the tournament. I feel like their advantage in, like, early game and laning, they might have had one coming into the tournament. I don't feel like they have one anymore. I feel like teams have gotten better against playing them, and then they understand now, like, RNG's style, right? Like, that's the thing, is that RNG has a pretty rigid draft style. Like, they want to draft a certain way, and now teams have just realized, like, okay, you have 2 options. Either you don't let them draft that way, and they're like a weaker team overall, or you let them draft that way and you hard counter the champions that they're playing, right? Like, so you play like Leona into Nautilus, you play like a Xayah into the Gala Kai'Sa or something like that. So I think that that's like the exploitable thing. And that's part of the reason why I think that if this tournament was played like the best of 5s started on day 1, I think RNG would have a better advantage than now, because I feel like they haven't really adapted. And normally when you come into a tournament ahead, it's harder for you to adapt and evolve throughout the tournament. Looks like RNG has this one pretty much in the bag. I mean, obviously they don't want to die right before Elder, but I don't know how PSG can win with Udyr having no flash and Kai'Sa having no flash. Like, Azir has to like absolutely 1v9 the fight, but I don't even think it's possible. I think at this point, you just put the ball on Trist and you put Black Shield on Trist, and Trist can just walk into the enemy team and 1v5 them. Legitimately. I mean, look at Gala's damage on the turret. It's absolutely absurd. And they can just rotate off. I mean, I guess they have to go Elder here. They can't rotate top yet. This is Elder. I mean, game's over. Yeah, GG. River's dead. The stopwatch lets him watch his team die. Gold indeed, as now damage is on towards Gnar. They all tried to go onto Gala. It makes no difference. Everyone will drop. PSG Talon choose 5-0. Alright, so let's see draft. First pick, Udyr. So River playing the Udyr here. Rumble is lost priority. Gala got Kaisa. Now, let's see if the Leona comes out. I feel like Leona would be pretty good here as an answer into Nautilus. They end up going for the Gnar, which is one of Hanabi's favorite champions. I wonder what they do, or what Hanabi actually does in response to this, though. Why did both these teams drop Rumble? I don't think they dropped it. I think they just have higher priority on Udyr and Morgana. I think that for RNG, it's more that they probably prefer Morgana into Udyr over Rumble, which makes sense. I mean, like, Udyr can do a lot better into a Rumble than he can into Morgana, because Morgana kind of like stifles him in a way. If you hit the binding, Udyr can no longer chase. Also, like, later on, it's really hard for Udyr to play into Black Shield, because if you flash stun somebody, like, you don't break the Black Shield, right? So you have to, like, flash and then use your Phoenix stance to break the Black Shield and then go into Bear stance, so that gives the enemy time to react. So I think this is just matchup specific from RNG. And PSG just prioritizes Udyr higher than everything else because it's been the jungler that's been performing the best at this tournament. I mean, I think the reason why Udyr's been performing the best is that that's just the jungler that everyone knows how to play at international competition, right? Like, everyone that made it to MSI this split got to play fucking Udyr. Like, they played so many games on Udyr, or they had to ban Udyr for the majority of the splits, so they understand how it goes. Nocturne versus Gnar top, I think that's fine for Hanabi. It's a matchup that in EU they considered like a hard counter. Mid lane blind will probably be, I guess they just go Orianna here. Zoe's banned. I would assume it's just a Maple Orianna. I don't think there's anything else he could blind. Like, I think that versus other people he could blind a Kali, but because Cryan plays Sylas, I think he just has to go with the mage here. Oh, he blinds Sylas. There definitely are picks that are good into Sylas, though, that are still available. Like, 80 matchups, generally speaking, are pretty fine into Sylas. Cryan's Victor. Honestly, I think off this draft, I would expect PSG to win with this draft. I don't think they have necessarily a better draft. I think they just have a good draft into, like, how RNG's playing, and I think that RNG just has a bad draft for RNG. I mean, I definitely think that RNG's draft is fine. I just think for them, like, it's not good. Like, I don't think that Victor Morgana can do much mid-jungle at all, like, just in terms of just, like, how the champions function. Nocturne generally pretty good into a champion like Victor. And then I think one of the issues that they have is the fact that, yeah, I mean, they have like 2 immobile champions in Victor and Morgana versus a Nocturne later on. Mabel has Gnarled, he can steal as well. And they have a lack of playmaking potential, but maybe this is just RNG's plan. Maybe RNG just doesn't feel like they need to playmake to beat PSG. Because it feels like they do actually have better macro, and PSG is actually a decent early game team. So maybe they don't even want to try to match PSG's early game. They just want to, like, pick things at scale and play together as a team and just win through, like, their better Barons and that type of mentality. They need to TP. Oh wait, they have no TPs. Gala's just dead. They're both dead, I think. It's good play from PSG. Really good play from PSG. Is Ming just dead like that? God damn. Just got fucking murdered. This is double TP. I mean, I guess they kill Kaiwing. RNG is gonna hard lose this. This game's over. RNG's lost. Yeah, like I said before this game, it just looked like a PSG win on paper for me. The team comp could do too much, and RNG's team comp can't really do anything. I mean, the thing is, we get to see how RNG adapts to the best of 5 when they end up losing a game, because I feel like we haven't got to see any adaptations. That's like one of the things that I hate the most about, like, MSI is in series you get to see, like, game-to-game adaptations, but, like, when you play like different teams every single time, you just have to do, like, broad adaptations. Like, you have to be like, oh, well, now we are just not picking the OP junglers anymore. We're just not going to pick Rumble anymore. Dude, I don't know what Victor does as a counter pick. Like, I would rather play with Ryze. I feel like Ryze also has good lane into Sylas, and then Ryze just, like, gives you the ability to, like, actually pressure the lane, and the Ryze can match the Sylas on side later. Game's completely over. Is it not over? It should be over. Wait, are they somehow throwing this game? Wait, that's actually huge. Gala just got a big shutdown. Wait, hold up.
This is the moment. 3 spotted, couple of wards for safety. Frontline aggro comes across, Nocturne comes in, frontline stun again, very low on Nautilus, but already they've shut down.
Cryan's getting jumped on. Wait, Cryan lived. Wait, this is good for RNG. RNG's just winning fights somehow. Zhao has TP as well. Yeah, the two, they gotta stop diving like this. They really have to stop diving like this. And this is on soul point. They literally had free soul here. Morgana and Braum is good into engage comps. Yeah, I mean, the problem is that like the enemy team comp doesn't have to full engage like this. They can just play around Doggo, and Doggo can kill everyone. I think the biggest problem with the way that PSG has been playing these last 2 team fights is instead of just killing the front line and playing front to back, they feel like because they have Silas Nocturne, they're forced to dive. Where in this situation, you can literally just press Nocturnal to stop the enemy team from being able to like kill your own front line and just kill the front line yourself. I mean, I just don't know how RNG actually like gets anything done here because they're not strong enough to actually walk in. I feel like if PSG just stops diving, like even though I know that their comp is a dive comp, right? Like obviously when you have Nocturne, you have Silas, you're going to want to dive. They have to like play to this circumstance, right? Like sure, that might have been your comp's identity originally, but like if you look at the circumstances of this game right now, your AD carry is huge. I mean, he's not even as huge as he used to be, but he's huge. So yeah, that's one thing that needs to be evaluated when they decide to play out these situations. I don't really like this Baron start because by doing this Baron start, if you don't keep people on flanks and stuff, you're kind of cornering yourselves, which sucks. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad from PSG, I think. Oh, actually, they one-shot the Gnar here. I still think it's not ideal, but it might be okay. Nah, it's still bad. It's still bad even with, like, this. Actually, Gala got jumped on. Okay, I guess they ended up winning it. Does he die? Nope, doesn't die. I mean, I guess they ended up winning it. I mean, Jahu got insta-popped, and they still ended up winning it. I mean, I think that Jahu didn't need to position the way he did. I mean, they can just do it. Doggo, you have lifesteal, man. You can just do it. I guess they want to wait for people's death timers, though. That's why they stalled there. Are they going to trade top inhib to try to get soul? I mean, the problem here is that RNG can have the game ended versus them. They're definitely going to give top inhib, but if PSG, like, slow chase, then RNG lose the game. Okay, he's Nocturne ulting in. Don't really like this. I think that they should have just played the macro game here. I don't like this from Hanabi at all. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I feel like this is super unnecessary. I mean, I guess they get soul, but like, I think that they can just play for like a guaranteed win. Where it's like here, I guess they get soul, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, the way that it ended up happening was kind of sus. Like, I feel like this could have went way worse than it did. Whereas, like, I think the best macro play, because, like, you don't actually need to fight the soul fight. I think the best macro play is to try to stall recalls and then have your Nocturne just get the free top inhib. Like, I feel like that could have went wrong so many different ways. Ends up working, though. But just because it works doesn't mean it's optimal. Okay, set. What is the pick support here? Is it Braum again? I feel like it shouldn't be Braum again. But I feel like they just will Braum, right? Like, I mean, what else would they pick? Leona's banned, Rel's banned. The other thing they could pick would be like Alistar. It just seems like they have a hard-on for Braum this entire series. Is it Orianna Braum? Are they just going to run it back?
Morgana for Udyr, because Udyr definitely going to be more reliant on that flash to find this all in, but RNG might be overextended.
Gala is dead 100%. It's a good gank. Oh, Gala gets a kill. Oh my god. No, no. They actually just lived that? Oh my god, this is over. GG. FF. FF the game. Literally just FF. Oh, Xiaohu, don't do it to him. Oh my god, RNG playing like RNG for once. They're just dead here, though. They're all 3 dead. What are they doing? What are they doing? Hold up. RNG just trolled so hard. What the f... Ooh, Doggo got it. Or River got it, I mean. Gala got ulted. Wait, no, Gala kited out. This is going to be really good for RNG. RNG is going to hard win this. I mean, the problem here is that they tried to get onto Gala here, and Gala was able to get out with Black Shield and Z. So I think that they can go and place Herald mid off spawn. Wei can probably go place Herald mid. Gala got another kill. I mean, he's sitting on a Kraken Slayer there. If Gala doesn't get popped, they hard win because of 80 item diff here. Ooh, that's a kill, isn't it? Yeah, that's a kill. This game's over. Stomp and then another stomp. First game was close, and then it was 2 stomps. Gala ends up living here. They full collapsed on this. They get tier 2 as well, by the way. Oh my god! River got in. he just walked to the blast cone. Maple's just dead here.
and now it's time to run away. Shotgun's gonna land. Xiaohu is here. He's out of energy, but an auto attack.
By the way, like, this was kind of a fucking slaughter. All right, into draft. Udyr first picked. Renekton banned, Lee Sin banned. So what is the response going to be? Are we just going to see Kai'Sa Morgana again? Nautilus. Oh, they're playing Nautilus, but that just gives Kaiwing a free Leona. I don't really like this because Kaiwing prefers to play Leona. Okay, Morgana, Nautilus. I mean, it's just going to be a Leona from Kaiwing. I don't think. Wait, he picked Rel? I'm surprised he picked Rel because he's like he's a Leona player. And I think that Rel isn't as good into Nautilus as Leona is. Because Nautilus still has some outplay potential. Like, Ming has shown that he's pretty good at being able to hook a Rel out of the Rel W, positioning for it and stuff like that. So, not a huge fan of it. Also, Black Shield completely f***s Rel. So, I don't like the pick from Kaiwing. So what do they want here? Do they want to fucking blind Sylas on 4? What are they trying to do here with the Ryze ban? Because I assume that Ryze is like the thing that they're viewing as a counter pick to Sylas. I don't know what else they'd be doing here. I mean, shouldn't they just pick top lane? They could just go Gnar. But then, like, they're giving PSG a free Sylas here. They're giving PSG a free Sylas that doesn't make sense, right? Like, PSG want to play Sylas. And they have decent ults for him. They have Gnar ult, they have Nautilus ult, they have Morgana ult. Like, it's a perfect Sylas game, and they've shown that they can't really counter it with Victor. So Maple's going to want Sylas here 100%. Okay, so there he locks in Sylas. Like, I mean, it's so fucking obvious, though. I hate drafting like this. It's like, not only are we going to set you up for your pick, we're also going to ban out the counters to your pick ourselves. Like, what? Okay, there's no TP here. This should be good for, PSG. They should just get First Blood. They trade off Dragon for First Blood here. The whole time, though, so the reason why I don't actually think this is a good First Blood is not only do they lose Dragon, look at Doggo's lane. Doggo actually cannot lane anymore at this point. He actually cannot walk to the wave, so they're just bleeding out a bunch of CS and experience bot lane. Gall is getting so far ahead off this. I legitimately think that this First Blood is not worth it. Like, Doggo's having to do Krugs. He's trying to, like, stay in it somehow. But look at the bot wave. I think it's so bad for them. I think the bot wave is too much you're losing. Like, he's lost at least over a kill gold worth of bot lane experience. And I think that Triss is so vital to this team comp. He's like the entire consistent damage of the team comp. Like, Sylas isn't consistent damage. Udyr is not consistent damage. GP's damage comes in barrel combos. Doggo's just dead here. Nah, I mean, they lost way too much bot off this. It actually was super not worth. And Hanabi's dead. Nah, they actually trolled so hard going for that 3-man. You can't do that with your bot lane being in that lane state. Doggo's so he lost so much off this. And then now Gali gets to push in the wave, reset, and then the wave is going to be coming back to him. And he just gets to, like, lane against Doggo with a huge item lead. Ah, man, it's so bad. So PSG is going to try to full break the top turret. The problem is that they don't have tempo on the wave here. So because it takes them an extra wave to make this play, RNG gets to respond to it. Not only do they have TP from Cryon, they can also start backing their Nautilus here. So what I expect RNG to do is leave Gala bot alone and then base the Nautilus. Yeah, so that's what they're doing. It's good for Hanabi to ulti this bot wave, though. RNG can save the turret here. Ooh, good from Wei. Wei hit the nasty one. See, this is really good because it's going to stall the push. They're TPing in, but Orianna's just going to TP on the turret himself. Oh, it's kind of weird. Kind of a weird TP. TP kind of late. Oh, it looks fine, actually. No, they're killing everyone. Oh, this is so good for them. They're couching bot wave while this is all going on, by the way. They're pushing in, they're getting plate spot, and they're able to win this situation. I mean, this is like a decent play from PSG in theory. It just, they showed their hand a little bit too early. I mean, obviously RNG could probably infer what's happening based on the fact that they like ultied the bot wave. But the problem here is that the timing where they did it gave RNG way too long to respond, so RNG got to prep their response completely. Not only were they able to like get Nautilus base and up here, Cryon was actually able to reset, buy items, and then TP top with items. Like, it's so telegraphed. They're here for so long. I feel like RNG just are completely stable in this game. This is the thing about RNG is like they've been losing some early games and like been having some weird decisions, but I feel like once they have like a comfortable spot in the game, it feels like they don't really throw as hard as other teams. And I think that their draft actually like scales really well and the gold is on the right people. Like, Xiaohu being behind is completely fine for the team comp. Why did Xiaohu try to TP out there? That's so troll. What the fuck is Xiaohu doing? It's a fine death, though. It's not a good death, but it's a fine death. Okay, he gets a TP here. It's good from Xiaohu to get this TP.
back up in time to do anything special. The whole squad's coming down to the bottom jungle as the dragon spawns in 10 seconds.
They counter TP'd. I don't even know if Cryan needed to TP here, though. Okay, this is actually really good for RNG. Super good for RNG. They're going to win this really hard. So you can tell based off the engage, if they full-on engage into Nautilus and don't one-shot him and Nautilus still gets his ult off like that, the game is just completely for them. So, yeah. I mean, that's third Drake, and they got a bunch of kills on people that need it. It's really good for RNG. This is Soul for RNG, and RNG in position. This is actually really good from RNG. This is super well played to actually go on Hanabi there. Even if they don't kill him, the fact that they force his flash and now they can just start up drag, by the time that Hanabi is able to get here or able to ult and then TP, the fight's already lost. River pretty much has to flash in to try to steal this. Okay, they spaced the GP ult. Ooh, he actually stole it. Big for PSG. Do they get a good shockwave? Gala's still alive. They actually can win the game here. Wait, Doggo just trolled. Doggo trolled here. I think Gala can just kill them all, no? That's actually really big for PSG. Not sure about that fight. I feel like RNG should have gotten more out of their positional advantage, and then I also think that PSG, once they got like the combo in from Rel, they should have won it harder. So, I don't know. I feel like if PSG's not winning that fight, winning the game is going to be super hard. Wei hit a really good ulti, or really good binding here on the side. They can just start Baron. This is like the classic RNG Baron. Let's see if they ever get pushed off of it, because RNG does have to play into GP ult here, so it is a harder Baron than normal. Like Hanabi actually has to use his ulti, and now they're just gonna get turned on. Jahu's waiting in the wings, and they don't know. And he has ult. Hanabi has no whatever it is, flash. Ming just gets onto Maple. Maple's dead. River's dead too. Gala's actually in bad position. Gala's dead. They're binded. Okay, can Doggo carry this? Doesn't look like it. They're out of mana here. What was that jump from Dog? Oh my god, he almost did it. He actually almost 1v3'd them with that jump, but it was kind of weird. I mean, Hanabi landed a really nice barrel combo on the entire enemy team as this went off. And then Gala ended up in bad position because of it. So, I mean, that was pretty well played by PSG, the response. The fact that Hanabi was getting jumped on and like was pretty much guaranteed dead, the fact that like while that was happening, he was able to like have the presence of mind to like land the barrel was pretty fucking insane, to be honest. Okay, they get free Soul. It's pretty big. Cryan gets ulted here, but it doesn't matter. Ming has ulti. I think that they're fine here. I honestly think that most likely you're completely fine here if you're RNG. You just need to kite out. Like, you shouldn't lose Baron off this. I think it's completely okay. Gyro STP. I think PSG have to force Baron, but I think that RNG are fine to fight it. Can they get a good Orianna ult here is the question. Hanabi is almost one shot. Zhao's gonna ult. Zhao's got ult. Oh my god! Gala just went into the back line, bro. What? He's actually insane. What the f— Zhao f***ed up here. Alright, I mean, they get Baron, and they get a bunch of kills. That's pretty good. Wait, what is Doggo doing, by the way? Wait, Doggo just threw the entire game, didn't he? Wait, what the f just happened? Hold up. Why did Gala go in there? Wait, he has stopwatch. Wait, I'm pretty sure Doggo threw the whole game, no? Oh, it looked like it's fine. Zhao was about to turn Mega, though. Alright, he really should just be waiting on that binding from Wei. Doggo used a lot there. That's a big advantage for RNG. I mean, the gold is 3k gold lead with RNG having Soul. I mean, I think it's big advantage for RNG. And I think Gala's about to have GA for the fight. If Gala gets GA before this fight, which he is gonna have, so he has GA and flash up for the fight, and Doggo has no GA, no flash. So it should be advantage for RNG. Not only do they have Soul, they also have summoners on their AD carry, and they have a GA on their AD carry. So say that this is like pretty good spot for RNG. I think that they should win from here. But I mean, they've lost fights that they probably should have won before in this game, so it's not like over. It's just they have an advantage, is what I'm trying to say. They just killed River. Gala has GA. Yeah, it's over. GG. I think they just end the game here. Pretty sure they end the game here. Yeah, they just go mid and end. GG. RNG in the finals. See who meets them tomorrow, Damwon or Mad Lions. Probably gonna be Damwon though. I think Damwon actually has Mad Lions' number.